There you see a shot of Miguel Cabrera with the first shove. Then he squares off, and he's going at it, trying to get a punch in. Didn't look so good. Couldn't land anything. And there he is just about to be flipped. Miggy, I think you're a better hitter in the batter's box than you are in the squared circle or the cage.
He airballed it, man.
Airball, for sure.
Yeah. Here you see Miggy, and he's just missed a punch here. And we're just going to put him face down here, because that's where he ended up anyway.
That's exactly what the photo was right there.
Al Martin, when you think that the Tigers have been so lifeless, have shown so little fight for 5 months, what does that Donnybrook last Thursday mean?
Where has that fight been at all year?
Yeah.
You know, you look at a moment like that, and again, I think that moment was a culmination of frustration that has been building up for a long time. And, you know, and you look at this team, you know, with payrolls that are through the roof, like Floyd Mayweather money almost, right? Unmet expectations. You got Miguel Cabrera for 5 more years, $30 million a season. Right. A Justin Verlander contract for 2 more. Now, to JV's credit, I believe that he's had a pretty solid year as it went on. It looked kind of rocky in a few starts here and there, but I thought JV has played pretty solid this year. But looking at that, it's like, this is what the team has really come to. I think that Brad Ausmus, I'm waiting for the headline to flash on my phone that he has been let go as Detroit Tigers manager. This will be the last season that you see Brad Ausmus as the head of this team. But, you know, you look at a moment like that and saying, oh, where has this been for the Tigers? So it was just really frustrating watching that, but entertaining, I will say that.
Darian, we've seen fights in team sports. Your Cincinnati Bengals, Vontaze Burfict, the one at it, right? Some guys have gone and mixed it up a little bit. Have you ever been so mad in the heat of competition that you were that close to just letting somebody have it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Coach Jim Bowman talks about it all the time. You have to play on the verge of a rage, and I think that, you know, when you're in the fold, literally in the fight, you know, as we call it, in the trenches, in the foxhole, no matter what sport you're playing, you know, tempers flare, tempers rise, things like that happen. And you know, we had a whole segment about this when you on the drive, Doug and I did when you left for Ford Field. Fights in sports happen. It's not a big deal. Fights in practice happen. I mean, shoot, you know how close Donovan and I are. We almost fought on Thanksgiving one year in practice. I mean, it just happens in practice. But sometimes it's the best thing that could happen to a team. Unfortunately, they're not in the pennant race. If they were, this would be something that would have brought the team together and been a positive. But I think, like Al said, it was a culmination of a lot of frustration. But at least we saw that they have some fight in them. Most of them, at least. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. A couple guys outside the pile. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see the guys that are outside the pile. But it's the same thing also. You really see who's with you. Who is going to be in the foxhole with me? Who's going to fight with me? Literally, who's going to fight with me? And who's going to stand outside and watch?
Tom, you and I were doing the drive with Jack when all this thing was going on.
It was distracting. I wanted to say,
hell of a show.
How'd you guys do the show? Oh, my goodness.
I just kept saying, oh.
Yeah, and I'm behind the screen. He's got bird's eye view. It's ridiculous.
When you think about James McCann, can you imagine getting conked in the coconut with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball and then coming up less than an hour later, hitting a home run?
He could have got killed. Yeah. I mean, that would have hit his temple right now. James McCann, a catcher in baseball is like a Mike linebacker in football. Tough. That's how tough James McCann. I love that guy. And so it did not surprise me, Jack. But I'm going to tell you what, should get arrested for a beanball like that. That was
scary,
nuts.
right?
Yeah.
Anytime you come that close to somebody's head.
And it was intentional, obviously.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And you think the Yankees have something to play for.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
lose some guys here. It can hurt
Tigers,
them. The Tigers, they
just
don't
get
care.
your licks in, you know. That's all bets are off.
Exactly. And Gary Sanchez got the suspension, too, for the Yankees. Darian, the commissioner had a long list of suspended guys with this fight. And Miggy gets to 7 games, of course. But that doesn't include Justin Verlander and Victor Martinez, who went at it in the dugout. Apparently, Verlander made some kind of a comment to Victor about why do you have your arms around a Yankee guy afterwards, and they're talking in Spanish. And JV didn't think that was particularly appropriate, and Victor picks up a bat Nick Castellanos gets in the middle of them. I don't know what that would have turned into.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation, but it was kind of just what we were talking about. I mean, you know, if you're fighting another team, everybody's going to get suspended either. You may as well take your suspensions or whatever's going to come of it and get in the fight, get in the foxhole. Let me see you as my teammate backing us up as a team and defending us. So I'm with JV on that. I think that he made great points, and, you know, we didn't necessarily see exactly or hear exactly what he said, but, you know, from all accounts, it was saying, hey, you're supposed to be our guy. You're supposed to be on our side, and you butting with the enemy
right.
is just not acceptable.